Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to What's the 504. I'm your host, Christy B. And if you are new to the channel, welcome to my channel. And if you are returning, welcome back. So today, you guys, this is going to be a really short, quick clip. So this is alleged because there has not been that many updates lately from the chief as far as the Orrin and Orson West case, okay? But there have been a lot of different YouTubers that have been reporting different things that I haven't heard about or whatever. So I have to report this as alleged because it's not coming directly from the police department. But as you can see from the picture that I posted in the thumbnail, that someone has reported that Trezell and Jacqueline West were spotted in an adult store. Yes, that is correct. They were spotted out in an adult store recently. And if this is true, again, this is alleged because, again, this is not being reported from a news or a police station or an actual news outlet, but the picture that was posted definitely looks like them. And if this is actually true, I have to wonder, how can this possibly be on one's mind when your two children are missing? Not one, but two children are missing, and the age that they are, so they're very vulnerable and helpless. I mean, if they're in somebody else's hands, they're very vulnerable and helpless. There's nothing they can really do to defend themselves. Whatever the case is, how do you, I don't understand how one could have time to go and search and shop and look around for such items. Like, how can that even be? I don't even understand how you could even be in that frame of mind. I couldn't even be thinking about that. Like, I'd be like so concerned, and where I would be out looking for my children like every day. Like, it would just, even if I couldn't look for them every day, like I would just probably just locked in my house, like going insane because I don't know what's going on with my kids. I'd be so worried. Like, I could not be thinking about going out and just parlaying, at some store, regarding that. Like, that's just, it's one thing if you're out shopping for groceries, because of course you have to eat to live, but to be out at such a store when your children are missing and you haven't even put forth this much effort as far as locating your children or trying to find your children, at least not from all of the footage that we've seen, and based on their original statement that the police told them it's best for them to stay home and let the professionals do it, even though you have people in the community, people who have actually driven from further out to come and help search for these innocent little babies. I don't understand. It's just so weird and so odd. And apparently, allegedly, it was reported that the employee that works there said that they left without getting anything. They apparently just were walking around looking for some items. They left without getting anything. Apparently, Trezell was acting normal. Excuse me. This is Khaleesi. She's interrupting my video flow. Anyway, but apparently Trezell was completely like acting like there wasn't, like completely normal. But apparently the store clerk said that Jacqueline was looking a little bothered or possibly stressed out. Again, this is all alleged, okay? But if, like I said, if there is truth to this, that I just don't see how, as a parent, if you have two, not one, but two of your kids, adopted or not, adopted or biological, I just don't see how one could be out worrying about that. Even in that frame of mind, even be thinking about, like, how, it's just beyond me. That's all I can say. If this is true, it's just beyond me. Not to mention, I mean, I would be frantic because not only are you have Orrin and Orson West, aka Sincere and Classic, not only do you have them missing, but your actual biological children were taken from your home. So if not even as concerned as you should be about the two missing boys that you adopted and vowed to take care of as your own and love as your own, you have your biological children that aren't in your home right now. So even if you're, for whatever reason, can't seem to show a certain level of care or emotion when it comes to trying to locate these two innocent boys, like, I still couldn't be in a proper state of mind because, like, my biological children were taken away from me as well. So I have none of my kids right now. I don't have my two biological kids. I don't have my foster kids, which you get an income for, right? You're not fostering for free. So that's income there that you're missing because now they place them in another foster home, which means you probably won't get them two back. since they're foster kids anyway, those are probably going to stay with the new foster family. But your biological kids aren't even home with you. Now, I can only assume that they're probably getting visitation or whatnot, but the point of the matter is, as a mom, if I carried babies and they were taken from me, because I have two other babies that I adopted as my own missing, either way, I'd still be home. Like, I just would be so overwhelmed with grief and emotion and just feeling helpless because, here I have the two boys that I adopted missing, and then I have my own two biological kids that are taken out of the home too. So I've gone from mothering 6 kids to having no kids now. So I couldn't even think about going to a store like that and shopping. I couldn't think about anything other than what you need daily to survive. Okay, like grocery store, toiletries, whatever. Those are your daily things that you need to survive. But I could not be thinking about anything else. Like, that would just be occupying my mind like all the time. You know what I mean? And then it's the idea that it is both of them together. Again, this is alleged, but there is photo. But of course, I can't prove that the photo came from this particular store that they went to, right? So, but even with that, it's like them two they're out together. So like, if you want to be more conspicuous about your travel routine or what you're doing outside of the fact that you're getting all of this media coverage and so many people from the area and the community are practically following you, at your house and all these different things, like, I would split up, right? Like, there's so much attention around the both of y'all together, so why not separate? Like, why do both of y'all have to go to this type of store? Like, let him go by his, like, it's just, I don't understand, like, the moves that are being made. But again, this is all alleged. Again, this is not coming from a news outlet. This is not coming from the police department directly. But what I have been seeing is, it seems like that, a lot of information that's on YouTube that's coming out about different things. For instance, the footage that showed or Trezell outside, looking outside the gate or whatnot, the footage that's supposed to show when he first realized that Orrin and Orson West were missing, like, that footage had already been on YouTube for like at least a couple of weeks. And then you had the chief come and release, show this information at on the news outlet. But I'm like, this has already been out on YouTube for a couple of weeks, so I'm not really sure, like, what the delay is here. Is it that, footage is being released directly to YouTube, and then, of course, the YouTubers that are keeping up with the stories are catching this and then posting it on their video footage, and the police are finding out about it after, or do they have it and it's just taking them all this time to go through the footage before they're releasing it? But it just seems like a lot of times, like, the information is already out there to the public on other streams, and then the police is chiming in after the fact, like, oh, we have this and we have that. So it's just, I don't know what the delay is or the disconnect is on that, but I'm sure they're doing everything they possibly can. I hope that they're doing everything they possibly can. So some other information that came out, I have to give credit to Crime Stories Obsessed YouTube channel, because she has a lot of great information as well. But she was reporting that the realtor, I'm not sure, I tried to find this information. I don't know where this information is coming from, but she reported that the realtor, again, this is alleged, the realtor that was assisting them with the sale for the house in California City was saying that there was some kind of issue with Trezell had to prove to the bank or something like that he had the funds in his account, and apparently he had took out a $5,000 loan from a friend or something of that nature, and it was to try to show that he had the funds in his account. Now, in one of my earlier videos, I was questioning what is their income? Like, where do they work? What do they do? What was the setup? Were the younger kids or supposed to be in daycare? Were the other kids going to school actively, or were they remote schooling because of the pandemic? Like, I haven't heard much information as far as what was the actual setup of their daily life. So if it is true that they allegedly neither one of them were officially employed per se, then how were they able to get approved to buy a house? I work in mortgage services, so I'm trying to figure out how were they able to get approved to buy a house if they couldn't show that they had adequate income you got to show at least 2 years of consistent income. So what did they show to even apply or do the application for it. Again, this is alleged. This is not being reported by the police department. So far, I haven't heard anything from like the police department or a legitimate like news station that even gave information. Like, what did they do for a living? What was the daily setup? I'm still asking that question. What was the daily setup? Was Trezell working somewhere in the daytime or nighttime, wherever? Like, would he have an actual like job with a company? Was he self-employed? If he was self-employed, what was he doing? What did he do for a living? What was the setup? Was Jacqueline home with them, the kids all day, watching the kids and helping them with the homework and like that type of stuff and keeping the house? Like, where is this information at? Because I don't understand. And if they're not really, if the kids, like, why adopt the kids if you're not really going to take care? Like, I don't understand. It's just some stuff that's just not clear on what was the makeup of their daily situation. Now, allegedly, again, this is also other information is reported that the police department did talk to the children, the other kids in the house, and they're stating that they did see Orrin and Orson West on the 19th. So this was additional footage that somebody had on YouTube, of course, and it was showing on December the 19th. This was supposed to be 2 days before Orrin and Orson West went missing. On December the 19th, it's from a distance though, but you can see that is, Jacqueline, Trezell, and 4 other kids. Now, according to the original story and information that Trezell and Jacqueline gave, they said that they dropped off 4 of the kids at the grandmother's house or the grandparents' house, and that they had Orrin and Orson. They kept Orrin and Orson with them. But on the footage, when you see them leaving the house, this is from a neighbor's security cam. Okay, when you see them leaving the house, you only see 4 kids and 2 adults. So then the question comes, where was Orrin and Orson during this time? And then you see them come back, and it's just them 2, Trezell and Jacqueline. You don't see any kids with them when they come back. So if the original situation was you dropped off the 4 kids and you kept Orrin and Orson with you, they came back with you, and they were at the house with you, then where were they? I don't see them leaving a 3 and a 4-year-old at home by themselves while they drive all the way to, where does the grandparents live, in Bakersfield or something? Like, who would leave a 3 and a 4-year-old at home by themselves to bring the other 4 kids and then come back to the house? Like, that wouldn't add up. I mean, it's possible, but that just doesn't add up. So, I don't know. It's just a lot we need more answers. Plain and simple. We need more answers from the police department on the footage that they've uncovered. What have they located? We're already seeing this on YouTube. Have they looked at this? Are they going to supply this and say what their ideas or thoughts are on this? If there are only 4 kids seen on the 19th, but they're saying that the boys went missing on the 21st, but you only see 4 kids on the 19th, then where were they on the 19th? If they went missing on the 21st, which is 2 days after the fact, but we don't see any footage of the 6 kids. So where are they? So I don't know. It's just a lot, you guys. Interestingly enough, also looks like Trezell West may have been like a musician on some level or something, because I did locate on Apple Music that he had a song called Supreme Intelligence. And it looks like it was uploaded on Apple Music. It also put up like for Amazon, but when you click on the link, there's nothing there. One of them was like page not found, and then the other one you click the link and it's just showing his name, but there's like nothing uploaded under there. But if you look at the main search, let's see right here if I can, right there, see right there, it says Trezell West on some site called Angkamia. I don't know what that is. Maybe it's a music site, but it says Supreme Intelligence. I don't know if it's going to show proper on the screen. It might be kind of backwards, but you get the gist of it. But when you click on it, it doesn't pull up anything, right? And then when you try Apple, because it has Trezell West on Apple Music as well, nothing there. It's just all blank now. But it's in the original search engine. So, I don't know. It's just so many questions still around this story. And we're in the 2nd month now. It's been past 30 days at this point. And there's still a lot of questions out there. So I already look forward to the police department releasing some more information and giving us a more clear idea of what the footage that they reviewed has concluded for them, and if they plan on releasing that, to ask for maybe the public to come out with any additional information, or what's going on. Are we going to see some charges coming soon? Is there any actual suspects at this time? The last interview I watched, it was just persons of interest, but they would not list any names. So I don't know, you guys, but I just wanted to give you that tidbit of information. Again, this is all alleged. I prefer to deal with facts, but seeing as though there's not really any more updates, but I am, watching other YouTube channels and doing searches and stuff and trying to figure out if there's any other information out there that could possibly help with this case, that would possibly help to find Orrin and Orson West any sooner. So just thought I'd give you guys that information, you guys. And yeah, thank you for watching What's the 504. Again, I am Christy B. If you haven't done so yet, please go ahead and hit the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you soon with another video, you guys. Okay, smooches.